What's going on, guys? So today I want to share a trade that I did, and this is a little bit of a teaser because I'm going to do 3 separate videos on all 3 of these knives and for different reasons. So the trade was actually for these 2 vintage German knives, all right? And then this was kind of a bonus. This is a CRKT E-Lock Starlight, which is long discontinued, but I love this knife. This is very cool. I'm gonna do a separate video just going over this knife so that people can look it up easily. So put that off to the side. Then we have a little lever lock auto. All right, so if you're familiar with lever locks, this flips over the top and then you push down, shoots out the blade. This one is made by Solwa. All right, but I'm gonna do a separate video on this knife talking about blade peak. All right, so if you don't know what blade peaking is, you certainly will. You might be able to guess it just by looking at the knife. But that's gonna be its own video, so I'm gonna set that aside as well. This was the focus of the trade. All right, and this is this Bonza knife. This is a vintage Trapdoor OTF / gravity knife. All right, so how this works is there's a little door on top. It's called a trapdoor. Okay, that just kind of keeps dust and stuff out, keeping your pocket upright like this. What you do is you turn it upside down. The trapdoor kind of opens, and you depress this button, and the blade shoots out. Now it looks like an OTF, but the reason I'm pointing downwards is because this is actually a gravity knife. All right, so you see if I depress the button, the blade freely moves up and down. But by design, it does not go all the way in. There's actually spring tension that's built up on the bottom. All right, so use a trapdoor to shut that. All right, and that builds up that pressure. So when you hold it upside down, shoots out. Now, if you time it right, you can have it shoot out upright, just like that. But you have to be quick. Because the second you press that button, you have to let go of it right at the peak of that blade so they'll lock in the open position. All right, if you don't time it right, it just comes out like that. But super cool. There is a lock here, all right, for when it's all the way open. You can push that up and it'll keep the button from being depressed in case you're actually using the knife. But just super cool piece of history. I'm gonna do a dedicated video on this as well, just talking about this specific one a little bit. So people can reference that in the future if they ever, type in trapdoor knife. All right, but I did want to share that with you guys. Got these 3. You will see again a video on blade peaking, a dedicated video on this in the future on trapdoor knives, which will just reiterate how it works, and then a little more history of that specific one. And then of course a just quick overview, because I'm not going to be using this one, but it is a super cool knife, this Starlight, all right, from CRKT. So what did I trade for all 3 of these knives? Well, 2 of these knives, that was a bonus. I had traded the Spyderco Matriarch that I showed, the second Matriarch, and unfortunately for the people watching, I already worked out their trade literally seconds before I decided to post that video. So I already recorded the video, I was gonna post it, someone's asking me what I had, I'm like, well, I got the Spyderco Matriarch. They wanted it in addition to a Benchmade 940-1, which of course is the 940 everyone loves, but carbon fiber scales and a beautiful S90B blade. Now, both of those knives are fantastic users, and I love them. And in return, I got basically collectible knives, all right, which is fine with me. I have tons of user knives, but all 3 of these to me are just collectibles. This is going to my interesting knife mechanism collection, as is this. This is where a lot of the value is. As far as price, I mean, these can go anywhere from as low as maybe 300, 250 to 300, just depends on condition, all the way upwards. Just depends on who's looking and how bad they want it. And then of course these range quite a bit because of the blade peak on this one. It's devalued, but I would say at least 50 bucks all day long, all the way upwards of maybe $250 if it didn't have any blade peak and was in perfect condition. And then of course the CRKT is long discontinued. These get around $70-ish. Back in the day, there was conversions on BladeHQ. They took this knife, converted it to auto, and was selling those for $69. But that's yesteryear, so no longer available. But anyway, that's it for now. Just wanted to kind of give you a little teaser, show these knives here that I got in trade, and also mention that Matriarch's gone. I got a ton of messages. It's hard to find an original Spyderco anything. First gen any knife. The Matriarch was a very cool one. When people do find them, they often find them serrated, or they'll find the tips broken off. So to have a intact, plain edge, original Matriarch is quite rare. That's why there was so much interest in it. I don't think I'll have a 3rd one randomly pop up anytime soon. But if you happen to have one of those knives, and you're not interested or don't use it or whatever, sell it. There's people out there just waiting in line to get one. So anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with, that's right, another video. I post them every day. So see you tomorrow.